Holy crap, that was awful. Oh my god, that was awful. But now I can at least talk to you guys about that experience. So, hello internets, I'm HamsterBomb, and you guys are watching a figure review video of the model for Sahelanthropus. We went a lot more into detail on this guy in the last video, talking about the actual model itself when it stands up after I had just completed it. And today in this video, what I decided to do was, because that one was already a really big video, and there's a whole other side to this guy, for transforming him into Rex mode. So, you saw from that opening that, by the way, was 53 minutes long in terms of me actually filming it. So, good thing I didn't try and do that on camera, like actually with you guys talking, because that was a nightmare. That was an absolute nightmare. I don't even want to touch him right now because he's standing up, and I'm happy about that. Granted, his railgun's pointing almost vertical because I had to get so much weight in the back. There's like no other way to get him to stand up. How about this? This isn't like my problem I have with Ray, where I don't think that it's a good idea to even you know, like, it's not possible to build both heads because they didn't give you enough parts in the model kit. This is more like he just physically can't do this. And it's a serious problem. It was driving me absolutely bonkers putting him together. Like, if I have any advice for anyone who's about to do this, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Every time I was so close getting something right, something would go wrong. Like, I am not gonna be surprised at all if he just tumbles and falls apart even right now. So, as of now, I'm at least gonna take advantage of the fact that he is standing, and I'm going to move my camera like I did last time, take it off of autofocus, and instead we're gonna get it so that we can get up close and personal with this guy. Let's see, right there looks pretty nice. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start moving around here so we can get a good look at the absolute nightmare I just endured for the past hour. So you can kind of see the legs aren't standing like exactly the way that they showed. I don't know how they did it when they did it. I swear they used super glue when they made theirs stand up like this, because it won't do it. Like, physically it can't do it. The way that Rex can do it is because he has an extra thing that comes out of the back here, and it supports him kind of like with a fourth leg in the back. That's how Rex stands. This thing won't work. Like, there's no... And he has more crap to carry. Like, so much more crap to carry. As you can see, like, the little dick laser turns around, turns into a gun shooting out of the butt. I gotta say, probably the biggest problem from this endeavor... I don't know, I gotta rank the problems. The hip joint. You probably can't even see it in there, but... I don't even want to get close, but it's that dark thing getting kind of close to that white part. Down in there, that white and the dark parts meeting where there's a little seam, it's kind of coming apart. That is the worst joint on the entire thing. It takes all of the weight, 100% of this weight, all meets right there, and I swear it's the weakest joint they made. I'm gonna coat it so many times with paint when I finally get to coating this guy in enamel, because that was a nightmare trying to get that to even work. Like, it was awful. Absolutely awful. Like, I'd get so close. Now I'm starting to put, like, trying to get, like, the neck joint on, which also sucked. And, like, just by touching this and fiddling with it, the whole thing starts falling apart. And I'm like, come on! That's horrible. Like, terrible, terrible design. The paint is really going to help out a lot, though. But if you, like, don't care about the Rex mode and you just want him in the normal standing mode like I'm going to do, then you're fine. Don't even try and do this like I did. It was just a nightmare. As you can see, the railgun's pointing straight up. I'm going to see what happens at the end of this video just to humor you, what happens if I try and pose him properly. But the second biggest problem with this guy is the stand down there. You would think... I'm not even going to do any more than this to show you, because it's just... I'm not touching him. There, we can kind of see it right there, along with some comics in the background. So, what the problem is, I'm way on the other side, but I'm looking at my camera. Right about in there. You would think that the little piece that stuck in the back of Rex, because I was all excited, it was one of those flat pieces that sticks into Rex. They're very strong, very sturdy, and it will hold him up. Like, Rex can jump up around. This dude, no. Like, it doesn't lock up properly at all. Like, I've been looking around, like, did I miss a piece? Like, did I seriously, like, put the wrong one in or something? Like I was saying earlier with Sahelanthropus when he was standing. There's something really wrong with this thing. It sucks. It's horrible. Maybe I could take the one off of Rex, because Rex can actually stand by himself, and give it to this guy, because this is so bad. So bad. It's basically, it's a balancing act with a really awkward stick that's not strong enough to hold him up. This guy is, like, okay, he's really big. He's really heavy. That is a lot of weight to be put on something at this dopey of an angle. You see this dumb angle I gotta do back here just to even get him at the right height? And then even still, when he's under there, it doesn't even work. Like, it doesn't even freaking hold him up. He was falling. How many times did you see him fall down during the course of this video? I have no idea. But he's been falling. Every little piece has been falling off. Like the little toes, as I mentioned, they've been falling off. His little side grenade things have been falling off. The little front flap missile things have been falling off. Oh my god, the shield has been falling off. The problem with that is it actually takes weight with it, so when it falls, that's a big deal. The railgun even fell off. Oh my goodness. I didn't even think I'd have a problem with his little, I'm gonna call it a radome, I don't know what it is. But remember how I said the joints are built out of 3 pieces last time? Well, the top center little bit of a joint, that little circle, I'm not touching it because it will move. That little piece, for whatever reason, rocketed out of mine under so much pressure, shot straight up. I don't know if you saw it or not, but it just shot straight up, and my room is a mess right now. Kim is working on Pokemon collection videos, and all that stuff is on my floor. So I don't know how I found it, but if you notice, I had to get up and start searching and trying to figure out where looking around in my room. That was why a part just went launching after it, which was awful. But he's standing, and the thing is, it doesn't even look like it's supposed to. I swear, like, it was supposed to look better than this. He's supposed to be leaning forward even farther than what I'm doing, and he's barely standing. Like, I don't understand it. There was even, like, probably another really crappy part about this. Let me show you this. This sucks. So, up until this point, if you guys have done these models before, I'm going to assume you have, most of them, I'm just going to grab a random page. I'm just going to jump back, like, random page here. Most of them look like this, okay? You know, you got, like, here's your parts. It's the number. It's all IKEA style, so you kind of know what you're doing, because they know these things are going to go to other parts of the world. And if anything ever says anything in another language, usually it's pretty obvious. Like, pay attention, face that direction, right? Or, like, if it's put one part on before another, they number it. It's always very clear. Or if there's a photograph, if you need extra help. Like, that's all it is. This section, for turning them into Rex mode, every single bit had Japanese dialogue in it. Every single one of them, and I don't know what it says. And I'm doing my best, like, to just guess my way through it. I think, like, I built all the things I needed. Like, I don't think that I screwed anything up. The only one that I got to that was like, what? Like this. That's not happening. That is so much weight. You cannot get it at that angle. No. I tried it first, and that's when it fell off. This. Like, what? It's not gonna hold. Like, I don't understand what this is. This is showing that that thing actually doesn't dangle in there. So I got a feeling I got mine messed up. I mean, maybe if that helps and it, like, I find some way that I screwed mine up or Rex had the correct one, I don't know. We'll find out. But that stand sucks. And it's also going into the waist, which doesn't help. It's like combining all the problems with this thing right in the center. So here, like, he'll stand if you had him like that. But as soon as you lean him forward, all of the weight that was up there now is swinging forward. And it can't possibly hold up anymore. I mean, what you do with the arms, the hands really don't fit under there. I don't know how they took that photo, but mine are close to that. This, like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? I don't really know. I mean, I did that. What did the third arrow say that the first one didn't? I don't really know what it's even trying to tell you. This one's so confusing, too. I don't know if I did that right. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Like, look at this. Like, instead of even drawing where the head is and putting it in, like, every other model step, this one's just text coming out of his neck hole. Like, I don't know. It was, and then all of a sudden he's just together. This is what got me so angry. Like, the first probably 20 minutes of the whole thing that I did got me to here. And sure, that took a long enough time. Like, this step. All of a sudden, just 15. She's like, oh, well, he's still in parts, but he's not standing. That sure sucks. Be done now. Huh? Yeah. He won't do that. He will not do that. As you can see, he's not doing that. Now that you see what he was supposed to do, mine's more standing as vertical as possible to get as much weight behind him as he possibly can, because ain't gonna happen. Sorry. I did my absolute best, but never again. No. As soon as I'm done with this video, for your own amusement, maybe for an outro, I'm gonna try and put him back together in regular Sahelanthropus mode, but good lord, that sucked. That absolutely sucked. Never do that. Now, like I said, if you really want to, because I know there's people who are going to be like, oh, it's perfectly fine, you can do that. Use glue, or use a lot of enamel paint if you're going to be painting him like that. But if you just want him out of the box as the model put up like this, absolutely no. Do not do it. He can't work. And it's not just, even if there's something really is wrong with my base, my stand, because I got a feeling there is, but I used all the parts. I don't know what the heck's wrong. I even tried taking it apart, if you saw that during the montage, and like using other bits of it to try and fit into the spoke on him, and it didn't work. But even if that is my problem, it doesn't fix the fact that he will still just fall forward. Like, there's too much weight, and he'll just tumble forward. I don't really understand what you're supposed to do. So, gosh, at the very least, like, I'm not showing any articulation. If you want to see any articulation and stuff like that, watch the last video I just did. I showed everything about him when he was standing up, and it's just been like 2 hours since then of me struggling to get this done. And what I'm going to do now is put our camera back up again. Good God. And I'm going to attempt to pose him. Gosh. The way that he was intended to be posed. All I really did in terms of the video was I set it up basically as soon as he stood with all parts on him at the same time. I was like, don't touch, film. Well, I was filming anyway. Oh God, here we go. See that wobbling? You see that? I just barely moved him. Oh. Okay, here we go. Here's what I'm worried about. Is that railgun. Is that railgun? Obviously, you're never going to pose it like that. It goes up like they said. Hopefully I take some of the weight with it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Come on. And hopefully be flat, be level. Oh, no. Nope. He's coming. He's coming. Whole torsos are coming. So, okay, there it goes. There goes the railgun. It's like, if not completely fallen out, it's, like, it does not have... How do I explain this? That joint right there cannot possibly support all of that. It just can't. And biggest problem, though, is the waist. That's what I'm ODing about. See that little black spot right there? Whole thing's coming out. So, that sucks. That really sucks. That's just bad design. I mean, he works okay when... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. He works okay when... Oh, come on. Like... Oh, nope. Oh, well, there goes the railgun. I was going to say, can it even almost hold itself up? But no. And here, if I try and get him... So, oh, great. He's not standing again. Just saying. Because he, like, sits on this with a balancing act. It's just atrocious. My gosh. So you can see in there that, that part of the hill. Oh, gosh. It's, oh, well, okay. You see that? I barely touched it. I was trying to angle him properly to show you, and it fell apart again. That's how weak that joint is. And that one joint, if you look at where it happens to be, that is supporting all of the weight hanging in the front. You know, it makes no sense. It's like if you know, you took a backpack full of heavy books and filled it with, like, you know, more cement and put a bunch of more backpacks on top of those backpacks and put all of them on the front of your body, you're gonna fall over. You know, gravity doesn't work like this. You can't possibly stand like that. And then the railgun goes up on top, and you know how heavy that is? Well, you don't. I guess you're not really holding one, but still, this is absurd. Absurd. I was hoping I'd be able to do this real quick and say, hey, cool, here he is in his Sahelanthropus mode, or he's like staying in Rex mode, but good God, that was awful. That was just a nightmare. I was even considering multiple times in the middle of this, stopping like this and just saying, it's not possible, don't try it. But, I figured, I've been doing this for so long, I don't even know what time it is anymore, I've got to do this, and, there we go. That's it. This is Sahelanthropus in Rex mode, right here. This is what it looks like. Does this look good to you? No. Keep him standing up. When you get to the end of the descriptions, it tells you, hey, it's time to stand your bad boy up, or turn him into Rex mode, just to see how to do it. See this burning rubble? Yeah, don't, just don't, just don't. Save yourself. I'm gonna make another montage putting him back together in his standing mode, and hope to God that it actually works. But either way, that is all the time I have for now with this guy. I am going to paint mine, so I'm not like making a video just straight up complaining. Check out the last one if you actually are interested in getting this model and you want to hear like all the interesting parts about how he works. That is where all the good stuff is. This one I was just trying to get him to stand up. Next time though, and it's going to be a while, I'm going to paint him like with all the patterns and all that stuff. It's going to take a long time. Because I really take my time on these, and my free time lately is very, very low. Aside from everything I do on YouTube for a video a day, I have a full-time job. In addition to that, I also teach, so a lot of my time is gone. And I'm criminally underpaid in both jobs, actually. And this is not a job. I lose money doing this. So, that's fun. But either way, that is all the time I have for now. Hip hip hooray. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.